IKEA, the world's largest furniture brand, will open its first store in India in July 2018. With plans to open 25 stores in just 6 years, the Swedish retailer has big hopes from the Indian market. To understand why IKEA coming to India is such a big deal, we have to understand our country's retail market. It's massive, messy, and unfriendly. Prior to 1991, India had a closed economy. Private players were allowed after our economy liberalized, but our policy towards these investors was very restrictive. One of the only ways of having a foot in the door was for foreign retailers to franchise out their brand to Indian ones, which is what retailers like Benetton, Nike, and Marks & Spencer were forced to do. That's why for the first 15 years, smaller stores and local banyas still dominated the scene, with the occasional department store and supermarket. By 2006, FDI norms for single brand identities were relaxed, allowing companies that were already in India to really dig their heels into the market. With less bureaucracy to deal with, companies like Zara and Diesel entered India for the very first time. But this was still not good enough for IKEA. IKEA wanted to own 100% of its operations, and so they waited. Their luck turned in 2012 when the cap on FDI in retail was removed. This may sound like a go, but it was far from that. The government still had tough guidelines on entry permissions and manufacturing, but at least this was an opportunity for IKEA to bring the Commerce Ministry to the negotiating table. For 7 years, IKEA chiseled away at India's retail policies until they were finally happy to open shop. With an investment of $1.9 billion, IKEA is India's single largest retail investor, setting a precedent for others to enter our markets. Since IKEA began its negotiations with India, our retail landscape has changed dramatically, and the government seems more willing to ease FDI norms, opening up options to do business in India. At the moment, India's policies only favor single brand companies and not multi-brand ones. But relaxing policies might pave the way for multi-brand companies to finally set up stores here too. And with all these moves, India's retail market, already valued at $641 billion, will grow to more than double its size in just a few years to become the fastest growing in the world. Need something explained? Write to us and we can create a video about it just for you. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe to get more videos from our channel.